Hey guys, what's going on? It's another Idol. We are back inside of Destiny, and there's been some interesting news the last couple of days regarding the Taken King. Of course, it was PAX Prime over the weekend, so Bungie are in their hometown in Seattle. So there's been a lot of conversation going on about the Taken King, and we've had some more revelations about things like the raid, strikes, and some more exotics going through to year 2. So the King's Fall raid isn't actually going to be available at launch. It has come about, which is to be expected. There's a lot of content going into the Taken King, so this gives you more time to gear up, get through the story, level up, etc. Just so there's not that extra added pressure of trying to get through the raid blind. With the Dark Below, the raid was released straight away, and it gave a lot of people a lot of pressure to get through the raid as quickly as possible because they wanted to go through it blind, and it just created a lot of pressure for players that wanted to have that blind raid experience. This way has changed that. It's much like the vanilla game, in which we have the story to play through, and then probably a week or two later, the raid will be released. Much better in my opinion, and it gives us that nice, relaxed playthrough of the story that we're all pretty much after. So there's also a new trailer that's been released, and this was the launch trailer for the Taken King, and there's been some new exotics in there that have been featured and new items that have piqued people's interest. One of the items was a hunter cloak that looked like the sort of thing that you would get from the Scion Flayers in the PlayStation exclusive Strike, and it actually turns out that this item is actually one of the unique drops that you're going to get from bosses in Strike. So we've kind of had a glimpse into the kinds of items that we'll be seeing from bosses. Might be cosmetic, might be armor pieces, etc, etc. Quite an interesting glimpse into the sort of items that Bungie are adding to these sorts of strikes to entice people to play them more often. Definitely a welcome change, and the grind is certainly getting real. Last up, Luke Smith has been very active on Twitter and has stated that shaders going into year 2 will have effects on some exotic armor pieces, and specifically he said that the Helm of Saint 14 looks really good with Revenant, and that the Helm of Saint 14 is going through to year 2 as a year 2 exotic. So I really like this change. It's a small change for me personally. I think this is a small change, but this was something that a lot of people wanted to change because it just doesn't make sense that exotics can't be changed in color like every other piece of armor, and it just adds to that cosmetic element, and people like to have their characters tied out nicely with these cosmetics. So just a quick video just to update you guys on those things. I'm sure we'll have a lot more news coming in this week. It's getting very close to the launch of the Taken King. So that's all from me, and I'll see you guys next time back inside of Destiny.